Grand evening, grand afternoon, noon, and all that. Check it. Like it be dawning on me like certain things because the wordplay always is ill. So if you listen to the words, and one of my favorite things to say is that every solution is in the problem you speak, right? So something hit me, you know what I'm saying, while I was listening to the word manipulation. Manipulation. See if you could do it, if you find out faster than me. Manipulation. Put it in the comments. I'll give y'all a few seconds. I'm gonna wait till I get to like 1 minute before I say something because we have 46 right now. Manipulation. The opportunity. All right, we had one. Manipulations. What's lations? Relations. Relationships. It's a lot of lations. It's a lot of things that end up in lation. And I was sitting there wondering, what is lation? Why is lation so important? You know what I'm saying? Why is that a particular? Why did man have to nip or be nipped within his lations, his connections? Started speaking to a value of division. It just spoke to a value of division and how the word was actually formulated. And it's actually weird. Like, I was speaking to this concept of reality out of it not being a prospect that negative attributes were a part of the original people's concept. Negative attributes came off of a creation that viewed the original people in a particular way, which allowed them to develop a thought pattern. And the only reason why I can speak to that, because this is contrast. We live in a contrastal universe. You know what I'm saying? So the balance had to take place. That was the universal ebb and flow of the inhabited people. Like, because ebb and flow happens in waves. Everything happens in waves. So you have a wave that happens with you particularly. You have waves that are smaller that you can see that happens like around you, little things. And you have big waves that take place, you know what I'm saying? And then you have cultural waves, you have spiritual waves, you have universal waves. You have all these waves that are guiding everything that's a particularly part of your life. Whole bunch. But what was important was being able to notice that value. Like, yo, that's crazy. So I was able to knit the two situations together by saying, well, you know what, the manipulation, that's someone saying, how can we nip in the bud the connection between these individuals? Because naturally, when we born in this world, we get this rage, we get this type of feeling for our family, like, yo, don't you ever in your life touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a collective energy that's powerful. What happens is that energy dies away, or it gets manipulation. It gets manipulated. It gets divided. It gets divided on the spiritual attribute, and it starts to conjunct the understanding of falsity within the reality of how we are naturally set by divine principle. These words are crazy. You know what I mean? And we indulge in them by the agreements, nod your head up and down, left and right, saying whatever, how you. So the wordplay. And naturally, we're not understanding these indifferences to these wordplays because we are taught to use this as an educational value to say this is how you learn to speak. So then after you learn to speak, you identify what processes through the words you were taught to use in this system, not within your system. Not within the way you should be moving naturally. That is not, it's not an educational fortuitive for how you should be moving naturally within your way of being, like the divine way you were placed. There was no classes taught to that. The classes were manipulated and changed to value the system. So now we'll just do it to ourselves. Even though the word has the vibration to speak in the pretense, you will naturally do it to yourself. You will speak the vibration of that word and add it to your circumference of connection within your people not knowing that that term itself should never be placed within the circumference of a people of our nature, because our survival depends on us staying together on all levels: spiritual, mental, physical, reaction time. And even if we're not on the same spiritual growth, we obtain it the same way, just in our own ways, which particularly makes us a piece or a cog in the great clock of life. I ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to bring this jewel to you real quick. You already know the vibes. NAGA.